Welcome, everyone, to College Park, Maryland, home of the Maryland Terrapins. Fans have been eager for this clash coming up in what some affectionately refer to as the Snake Pit. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Washington Huskies taking on the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Maryland's offense will go to work first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Martin will throw it quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. He'll send the tight end in motion. On the move, it's Ray. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? Wide receiver going in motion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quickly complete. Oh, a lot of space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. And we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the back. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed behind the line, it's Ray. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Terrapins are at the line looking to convert on third and short. The give on the option. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Ninth play of the opening drive coming up, but now they face a third down. Martin back to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on third, now setting up fourth down.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And very important, not only to generate power, but to find his mark, a 49-yard try from the left. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Washington's offense has the ball for the first time. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds a man on the left. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number one.
They'll run play action. Find space on the right. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Well, that play-action fake, it just froze the defense for a split second. That allowed the tight end time to work his route, get vertical down the field, and pick up a big gainer for the offense.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Williams will pass. That's caught. It's Evans. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
By the receiver. Tackled on the play at the 31-yard line. That's a first down for the offense.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Boston. And the Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll keep it himself. Running to Green. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Looking for room, it's Ray. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Terrapins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Hand off from the shotgun. It's a running room. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The Terrapins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Martin will throw it. Safe completion on the screen. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. And the Terrapins getting set on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
The Terrapins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
And the Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Williams looking for a man. Right on the money. This will likely be the last play of the half. The give to the tailback. There he goes. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the shell.
We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
So, 6. 3rd down coming.
The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And he's going to go backwards, and they force a 4th down. What a play by this defensive front. Washington sends out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Got the quick completion. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Brings up 2nd down.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Caught in the backfield, it's Webb. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Martin back to pass. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
That's his second sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him, let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
The Terrapins will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you're described with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42. Takes a handoff. It's Ray. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Martin will throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
They're setting up the screen. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Caught over the middle. It's Fleming. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Let's see what they've got on second down. From the gun, the ground game. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Martin back to pass. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
No good. And it is still a 4-point deficit.
Maryland, 3.
They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now first down from the 46. They'll leave it with him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Boston. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Leaves it with the running back. Jukes his way for more. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
Oh, what a move. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Williams will pass. Good timing on the quick out. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that quarterback be going the other direction.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It is perfect. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period.
And that was an important kick here in the fourth quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. This drive will open from the 15. Going right to work up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Webb.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
And the Terrapins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. The Terrapins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll send the back in motion. Martin will throw it. Swings it out to his running back. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as his offense tries to grind out some yardage.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Webb. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Wants to throw again. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. This Husky defense, David, it's like they've got Vita Vea and Steve Emtman up front, Joe Tryon as a backer, and Marcus Peters in the secondary. There's purple everywhere.
You're right, from front to back. Guys up front on the defensive line eating them up, doing a great job in the secondary at linebacker. Complete performance from this UW defense.
Short throw is complete, and he'll grab it, step out of bounds, and pick up the first down.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
Wants to go up top on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes the grab on the right. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Martin back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Firing to the right, complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
And the Terrapins come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw for it. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down.
And this D's been very solid all across the board. And it's got to be a fun unit to coach, and especially when you got cornerbacks out wide that you can just depend on. You can leave them on islands, you can vary coverages, and you see it right here. He breaks on the football, he understands where it's going, and that's such a luxury to have a guy out there that you can trust for a...
Fires toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Looks like the offense will just take a knee.